I have something to say with myself deceased in the threatening. That means I'm homeless in the threatening because I am myself, but I don't have the money that you are. I have threatening. That means you don't know me in deceasement, and I don't know you. Tick, tick. So, I skipped soup so far. I'm going for pizza right now, but it's homeless because I have no karma to be here. Excuse me, I burped up cold bottled water. When it's due to have a new refrigerator that has a source of water, I would say no to. And then I would get bottled water anyway, but it would be reverse osmosis, good bottled water, or if there is a house fixture of something like Culligan or whatever's current. Culligan water fixture is what I had when I lived in a house, and I haven't lived in a house for the past 25 years. Whatever is current right now to have a fixture in your house. And don't forget the ready hot water for making tea and hot chocolate. Oh, you want to use hot milk for that? Well, I'm ready for dinner, but it's not ready for me. I have to wait for about uh, 15 to 20 minutes to get the pizza out. Do you know why pizza burns so fast? When I make pizza, if I don't get it out on the minute, it will burn on top. The cheese will brown too much. So I have to watch the oven carefully or I'll burn the whole pizza, and I can't afford to throw it out because I need everything that I have, because I'm not in a new house where I can cook food for myself in a regular sized kitchen that has everything new in there. And that's for me. It's really meant for myself so I can cook in there for myself. I just don't know you thinking that I don't have a place to live. Well, we're coming to myself deceased. You're going to come too, because it's time for you to find out what happened to your mental capacity without checking my address, what you think about who I am and where I am, and if I don't have a place to live. Because if you're checking my address and you don't live at my address, that's not the same thing as I don't have a home because you check my address and you don't want to acknowledge that I am really not yourself to yourself. That means you can't check my address and order all sorts of crime in the superior founder on myself as though you don't need your genitals deceased to everybody who's not yourself, because when you check my address, you don't know who's there if you're not on the inside. And I can't use that you hired one of your own to stay in here like he doesn't have a name at all. And then he's paying rent in his name. Yeah, well, he's not me. He's paying rent in his name. Yeah, so he's one of you and he works for you and he's raping me. Do you want that credit or not? You want that credit that it could be anybody who's not myself. This you being females, John. You don't believe females don't have a female's bathroom in public. You're not allowed in the women's bathroom. I can go in the women's bathroom because I alive that the women are illegally deceased. The women have different genitals than the females. The females have a clitoris, women don't have a clitoris. And right here, I'm just saying that I don't afford to know you. So the females that go into the women's bathroom, that's so the females don't molest each other in the women's bathroom. And I would like to know how a male knows how to go into the men's bathroom. The male doesn't have a dong genital as a man would, and he also doesn't have a penis genital as a man would. So you're not a man if you have a penis and you go in the men's room and you know how to molest a female with the clitoris. Are you homeless? Because you're not supposed to do that unless you're in a prison with deceased address. And then I have to say this. If a male puts his finger on the female clitoris inside a prison and she wants to fight to the death, you're going to have a mass grave of people outcome of a prison fight and a death in a prison. That means any male who puts his finger on my clitoris and I'm none higher than he deceased. So you can still scream that for a little bit longer, that you think that you would never have a problem like that. I must be beneath you in this world. And isn't it nice for you to be here and be so comfortable on my time when you don't go to jail and prison for anything? Not even for that. I'm making this statement. I will post it on YouTube when I'm finished. And you need to go to jail and prison on this point. Well, what are you waiting for? How are you going to get yourself into a mass grave if you don't turn yourself into jail and prison? You expect that God is going to put you in a mass grave. If you don't take care of putting yourself in a mass grave and you stop calling yourself by your name in your head, then I can't help you to alive yourself in the formed world again. Not even if you say, oh, well, I probably wouldn't have alived myself in the formed world again anyway. I realize that, but there's an afterlife and superior founder that is going into an extensive put you out of myself problem for you. You're going to have no way out of superior founder if you don't go through every little detail of what you dismissed when you were in your genitals. And that's how you're going to say goodbye to yourself. Every little detail, everything you thought wasn't important at the time. And it was so easy. You could have done something for yourself. It was easy. But in the afterlife superior founder, you can't go back. $5.10. At $5.15, I'm supposed to pull out the pizza. Well, we can go look at it. I have an oven mitt I don't want to use. And I want to direct this to a comment on the internet. Somebody said pizza, capital Pizza, and then it was exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Maybe about, I don't know, maybe 6. I don't remember exactly how many exclamation points there were. So there's a couple of oven mitts right there. Yeah, I don't want to put my hand inside because it's not real clean. I need a brand new one. So I want him, the one who said pizza, because he's not going to put his bare hand. I wouldn't even let him do that. Nope, I would say no. Don't put your bare hand in there because it's hot. You see how that's red and it's hot? You don't want to put your hand in there when it's time to get the pizza out. And I don't want to use that oven mitt. No, I want a new one because that's an old one and I want a new one. And I know the one who said pizza, if that's what he could afford to do is harass myself. I'm not sure you afford to harass myself because I'm sending you right up to Superior Founder and you're not there because you're in a under arrest of your penis. Yep, you're the creator and you have a penis on you to make sure that you do not interfere with my life. If you don't get yourself into jail and prison, you have a penis. In case you're not in jail and prison, you have a penis. But that's not enough because you're going to Superior Founder to be deceased out of your penis. Yep, I'm sending you there myself.